I'm a little late on this by a few days. I saw it and I kind of paid it no attention because I don't care, really. I'm not a big Nintendo fan, I'm sorry. I mean, Nintendo stopped being cool to me after, like, DS and DS Color. When there was a DS Advance, Game Boy Advance, I can't remember which one it was, but it was like the Pokemon one. And the Pokemon were always awesome on Nintendo now that I think about it. Except for Nintendo 64 Pokemon, that sucked balls. Well, anyway, Nintendo files a patent for a console with no disk drive. Honestly, I can't zoom in on this picture to give a better validation of this information, because frankly, with these companies, they patent a lot of shit that doesn't come out. I mean, a lot of ideas. Sometimes they come up with ideas, patent it, and then they don't use it. Just in case, some other company does it, and then Nintendo could go, oh, we own the patent. We own the patent. You owe us money, motherfucker. That's pretty much what patents are for with most of these, things. Or if it comes out and then you're kind of like, ooh, this works. We own the patent, so you're going to have to pay us and we're going to make one too because we came up with it first. You stole it from us. Screw you. But anyway, supposedly this is, Nintendo files a patent for a console with no disk drive. How true this is, I really say it's just speculation. Yes, they patented something. Is this something we need to think about or really give much validity to? I don't think so. This is just another one of those major companies patenting crap. I mean, if they were to do this, I'd almost think it would be a suicide move. I mean, Nintendo has been out of touch for a while now. They really, really have. Only diehard Nintendo fans will dispute me on this. Like, people who are really Nintendo fans are like, nope, Nintendo's never skipped a fucking beat. And yes, they have. Nintendo had, like, that freak occurrence when they first did the Nintendo Wii. And it was like this sort of thing where everybody could use it. Even old people, mothers, fathers that had kids that weren't into video gaming. You know how it is. And, the Wii came out and it was just accessible to everybody. So it was like, it filled a niche. It became this sort of big thing. It was right around the time before, like, smartphones got really big. So everybody was messing with the Wii because it was just so easy and la 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 la. And now, like, Nintendo keeps trying to capture that same sort of magic, that genie in the bottle thing. And they just can't. I mean, they don't seem to get that the mobile market has moved in. Handhelds are kind of dying because people can go on their phones and do crap. And nobody's really going to play video games. Like those casual people that got the Nintendo Wii aren't going to bother looking at Nintendo stuff anymore because they can just play on their phone. That's where the casuals have gone. With this whole patent, I just feel it's just a patent. That's it. I don't think Nintendo is foolish enough to try and create a system that doesn't have a disk drive because disc-based games are still sought after, especially in consoles. Console gamers are very into their disc-based games. Some of them buy downloaded games, but most of them like having the disc, they like having the box, they like having the instruction manual, the booklet, the art books, even though now it's kind of like the instruction manual is like 3 pages. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but there used to be a time where instruction manuals were fucking awesome because there's just so much shit in there. They'd even throw in a comic book or like concept art. Not anymore. Like, now you want to see concept art, you gotta buy a special edition or something. I just feel that this is just definitely not the move. If Nintendo does this, they are going to get a crazy backlash from fans. On top of that, it will scare me for the fact that if a console does this and it becomes successful, I could really see it becoming a trend with other consoles. Like, all it takes is one console company to make the leap and work, and then the rest will follow suit. It'll give them far more control over content, which means, like, let's say, you download a game. I'm pretty sure, like, in the user agreement, they'd say that you paid for release of this game, and you don't really own it. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, they make this move and it's like, well, you always have to be online in order to play your games in your library, which would be like another form of control, DRM. It would be a move for Nintendo, especially with first-party development games, third-party. It would definitely be a move to kick, used games in the balls because that's a lot of money. GameStop has made a lot of money with used games. I mean, that's their bread and butter. The company has become what it has become because of selling used games. Like, this would totally destroy the used game market, and I don't think console gamers are ready for that. I can only see the most devoted Nintendo fans supporting a no disk drive Nintendo. I don't think they'd be foolish enough to make the move right now. Now, you could argue and say, hey, whoa, hold on, Steam, good old games, and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it works on PC, but, you know, console gamers are totally different people. Yes, there are people who have PCs and consoles, but console gamers that I know, all of the ones I know, are very, very into having hardware. You know, they're not into just downloading games. And I totally respect that, and I want, you know, there to be disc-based games to stay, because the second it all goes digital, I think we'll lose a lot more rights when it comes to our games. I could really see that happening and creating another weird sort of dark age in gaming. I should have just read this. The patent also includes details of the controller that has a display unit indicating potential console would feature a Wii U-like gaming pad. Some are speculating that it may not be for the NX at all, but rather a stripped-down, cheap version of the Wii U to be released just at the end of console's lifespan, much like the Wii Mini. Of course, the lack of disk drive could also be an indication of a return to cartridge-based gaming. No way! No way! Cartridge-based gaming? Who would make that ridiculous speculation? No way! Console-based cartridge disc gaming is garbage. I remember, like, when PlayStation 1 came out, my sister had an N64 and I had like a PlayStation 1. And I remember the cartridge games for Nintendo were like $74. Like, the price fluctuated. It was between 59, this is back in the day, so 59 to 74. I remember she had like Pokemon Stadium, that was like $74 for one fucking game. It was ridiculously expensive, you know. And on my PlayStation, it was like $49.99 every game. No game ever cost more than that. Some were even less. So there weren't many 64 games in the house. God, if they brought back cartridge gaming, fuck it, Nintendo has lost their goddamn minds. Cartridges can't even do what fucking disc-based games can do. I mean, look at the Blu-ray. Doesn't, like, the new version of Blu-ray hold 44 gigabytes of information or 50? Like, come on. The only way they could do cartridge-based gaming is if, like, the cartridge is kind of like a flash drive or something. You know how SSDs are. It was like that. It could work then if the game was specifically... But then that would make it expensive, wouldn't it? It'd just make it more expensive, I think. And there'd be more components. Yeah, that just does not seem logical at all. That is a horrible speculation. Whoever speculated that's a jackass. And I don't even know why I give enough of a shit. Let's keep going with this. If the NX indeed goes discless, it would be the first time since the N64 for the company to release a home console without an optical drive. The lack of a drive would also severely limit the NX's backwards compatibility options, with the bulk of the Wii and the Wii U games on disc. While it's a bit of a leap assuming Nintendo wants the NX to be backwards compatible, the company has been sure to include backwards compatibility in all its consoles and handhelds over the last couple of decades, including the GameCube. Of course, this new patent could all amount to nothing. Companies like Nintendo file patents all the time, and they often never come to fruition. Exactly what I just said, and that's what I think this is. A big, you know, red herring. We all pay attention to this, think something's up, and yeah, whatever. I'm not even going to bother reading this anymore because I really don't feel it's newsworthy. I'm just reading it because I'm looking for clickbait, people. Clickbait, click me. Click my links. Love me. Follow me on Twitter. Wait, I don't have a Twitter account. Shit. Don't have a Facebook either. I just got banned on Facebook, so yeah, don't have that. So, you know, rate, comment, subscribe. You hate the video, feel free to give it a thumbs down. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here to take down Linus. Keep an eye on my channel. I may review Logitech's new gaming headset, the 633. I may not. I did try to get a sample, like a sample I could check out and then like send it back to them, because I know I'm not like Linus Tech Tips, I know I'm nobody to them. So they told me they had no samples to give out. BS. And but they did give me a journalism sort of discount on stuff. So as long as I pay the bulk of what it's worth, I can get one and review it and then have to keep it because I bought it. And yeah, so there. Alright, well, thanks for watching my video, and thanks for showing up. And, God, I suck at signing off. 6 in time saves 9.